Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday. Welcome back to yet another live from Coworkies Job Gazette. My name is Pauline Roussel. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Coworkies, and we are starting to host those LinkedIn Lives to talk about jobs in co-working, co-living, and more generally in hospitality. I'm very excited today because we are going to talk about co-living, something we don't talk enough about. So we are going to invite Jon, with whom I'm going to talk about their latest job ad called Coliving Manager. We're going to go over not the job ad per se, because as we explained last week in the live, the job which is just next to me, as we explained last week in the live, the purpose is not to go over the job, but rather to go beyond the job ad. So I'm going to chat with Jon a little bit more into the role itself, what it means for the company, etc. Hoping that you watching this get some inspiration, but also maybe you want to apply for yourself, or you might know some people who might be a great fit for the job. So yeah, without further ado, I would love to welcome Jon. Hi, Jon. How are you?
Hello. Hey, I'm doing
Yeah.
well.
Good to see
Excited.
you.
I didn't know I was going to be the first one on this kind of series of
Yes.
job offerings, but happy to be the first one and happy to be here.
Yeah, we are very excited to have you. It's been a while since we last saw you, so it's pretty great to have you back here and to be able to talk about the co-living manager position. So
Mhm.
as I said in the introduction, I'm not going to go over the job itself because we will put a QR code for people interested to read the details of the job. But instead, I have a few questions for you that go beyond the job itself. And my first question would be to understand a little bit what's happening at ROORAL right now that makes this role especially important.
Like, well, I think rural, as I've been involved in different co-living projects, it's a really special co-living project that I've never seen before. You know that digital nomads, when they travel from one location to the other, and mostly in co-living spaces, it feels kind of like a bubble where nomads kind of stay in a co-living space. They get to know each other, and it's hard to meet people around and get to know
Mhm.
local people. So in rural, with a few other examples, is this kind of co-living where it's not just a co-living as itself, it's just a village co-living. So it actually, the locals from this small town in the south of Spain called Benarraba are a really important part of the community. So when you come into rural, you actually enter into a community where it's not just nomads, but it's also locals all together mingling into one. So this role is kind of really important because so far we have been testing rural at the beginning with different pop-ups around Spain. Then we established a base here in Benarraba, in a small town in rural Malaga. And for the first time now, it's our moment to find somebody who can operate this business, the co-living element of the business. So the leadership team, in this case Juan, which is the founder, can step back and look at the big picture in order to kind of keep growing, right? So it feels like the moment where, okay, we are moving forward. We are finding somebody to take the leadership in this town in order for us to look outside and see if we can move on and kind of bring this experience into different villages of Spain.
That's amazing. So it's more, an operational role so that the strategic part or the strategic team can focus on growing the brand across different areas of Spain.
Exactly. It's kind of the first trial
Yeah.
to see if this movement works. Because I don't know, but if any of you have been operated a co-working or a co-living space before, it can be very intensive
Mm.
in terms of social and operational. So everything is kind of involved. It's not only running a place, but it's also getting to know your guests very deeply as well. So it's very intense, and it's hard to take a step back. So yeah, the idea is that somebody can replace that role that Juan was doing before, and actually ensure that our community in Benarraba of not only digital nomads but also locals become as cohesive as they were before, and then the day-to-day operation of the properties are smoothly run.
Mm-hmm. And as co-living manager, can you walk us through the first 30 days of the new hire? What would they do in their first month with you guys?
So, like probably the first week, it's gonna be like a soft arrival to the village. We always say that that trust evolves at the rhythm of human relationships. So it's usually like not something that can be done quickly. So
Mm-hmm.
probably the first month will be kind of landing at the village, doing like a first week of onboarding with the team, ensuring that the house are ready to welcome our guests. Because as I said before, this is not just one co-living space. We have like different houses around the village. So getting ready those houses to ensure that we can welcome the guests. And then probably getting familiar with who is in the town, who are the locals there, getting to know them, getting to know the first few guests, welcoming them, of course, into the property, then managing the community managers, as we also expect this person to kind of lead uh, a person that will be the community manager volunteer. So kind of also let this person and probably get into the rhythm of how to facilitate like a meeting with the guests, how to schedule the agenda as well. Even if the operations manager won't be dedicating most of their time into the community management element, but we need to ensure that they also know how to do this properly. So then
Mm-hmm.
they can also ensure that the community managers that they do the job properly. So I will say the first month will be like landing, learning, getting to know everyone around, and also readapting maybe to the village life, which is
Mm.
usually like a slower pace. Things go quieter when you are surrounded by nature. Maybe that person comes from nature already, but I don't know, like getting to know into the culture is something that takes a bit of time. So probably it will be like that.
And you talk a lot about the guests, so I would love to briefly understand from you, who are they, where do they usually come from, what's their background and interest in joining Rural.
hmm So as I mentioned before, rural is quite a niche co-living project. Um, so as it's not like kind of located in most popular digital nomad destinations, I think we attract like a bit more mature type of nomad or remote worker, which the average might be 35 years old. Usually people who are either willing to take a break, to slow down, to reconnect with themselves, like maybe without that much of a need to meet too many people or go out and discover the world, more like kind of an introspective way of coziness into a communal life. Um, and they can be like from marketing experts, people who are very into rural projects, but then journalists, content creators, so any type of profession. But as I said, people who might be also looking to explore how the rural life could be. Like rural, in the end, it goes beyond the co-living kind of project that we have inside rural. Our end goal, is to revitalize the rural areas in Spain and around the
Mm.
world. So kind of the co-living here, it's one of our ways of making sure that the rural areas are more alive. But some of our guests, they see rural also as a first step into moving to a village.
Mm.
as a first step to see, okay, do I like this lifestyle? Is it for me? So we believe that by creating these ecosystems in different villages, where you can get some people nomading, but then also you can get some other remote workers staying longer term. You can actually create this ecosystem where it becomes more attractive for people to move from cities to rural areas. So yeah, I would say it becomes also like kind of like a pilot project
Mhm.
where you can already test how the future of villages we envision.
And from your experience or what you imagine, maybe, what kind of personality or background would thrive in the role of a co-living manager?
Um, well, I think it has to be very organized. Uh, like, because when you operate the co-living space, there are so many small details that at the end, if you are not well organized, these can disappear or you can miss them. So
Mm,
a very well internal organization, it's one important element. And then I think you need to also be a person that cares about people, and that has this ability to anticipate uh, your guests' needs. So a person that knows how to read the room, just by entering the space, understanding who is doing what are the needs of the guest already, even before they ask anything, right? So I think those two, kind of skills will be to me the most important ones when becoming like a co-living manager.
And before I move on to my next question, I saw we just received a question from your previous answer from Anne-Catherine, who was asking what nationalities are represented within at ROORAL.
Well, from the local community, Spanish people, but then from our guests, we had people from all over the world, like German, Polish, we had Brazilian, we had from Chile, we had people from the UK, from the USA. So I couldn't tell you, like we have from all over the world.
Yeah.
And then again, and from Benarraba, which is the village
Mhm.
as well.
And if we speak again in 6 months, what would make you say this hire was a great decision? What are you trying to achieve long term with that
Like
person?
so besides reassuring that that person has been able to pay attention to details and ensuring that everything was structured and under control, and also reassuring that it was a manager that was able to care about guests and make sure that everyone was being taken care. I think a huge success will be a person that feels really excited about the project, that
Mm,
feels really, really engaged with the vision, that connects really well with the team, that it's actually eager for more, for that it's eager to continue with us long term. Um, like some people have asked us that about the offer, about the salary we are offering, and we are happy to accept that maybe it's not the market rate that we would love to be able to pay. Of course, there
mm,
are other compensations that, like accommodation and other things that are included. But I would love in 6 months that if this role works well, and we end up taking one step forward in the direction of the company is going, that we can have somebody staying long term and growing with this person in the upcoming years.
okay. And I have one last question for you. If someone is watching this right now or even later, wondering whether to apply, what kind of signals in a CV would make them a strong fit for you?
Um, I wouldn't say maybe like previous experience in a co-living space is a plus, but maybe somebody who has done project management, or well, if they have operated an hospitality business before, of course, that will be a plus. And then if it's already somebody involved in other social impact projects, a person that maybe is excited about developing rural areas, that actually can connect with the rural vision, that will be already a plus. And then also, because we have already received some applications, but maybe a small suggestion as well would be to me, like less is more. Because I think these days with ChatGPT, we can elaborate like super long cover letters, or that with a lot of details, because it's easy to create now the content. It's easier than before. So I would recommend them to focus on the things that are more important and ignore those that might not be that relevant. Because as I said, I think less is more.
Absolutely. We are going to put the QR code of the job if people are interested to scan it. It's also on coworkies.com if they want to read the full ad and apply. Thank you so much, Jon, for being with us today. It sounds like a really exciting opportunity. And I also love the mission and the vision behind the project. So I'm excited to see who is going to join the team in the coming weeks or in the coming month, and see how this is going to develop.
Thank you so much, Pauline. Thank you for the opportunity, and hopefully we find the right person. I'm sure we will.
Yes, thank you so much, and I hope we can make our way to you pretty soon.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the
Always
day.
welcome. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you. Bye, Jon. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. As I said, the QR code is available somewhere next to me if you wish to scan it and apply for the job. In case this particular ad might not be for you, know that on Coworkies there are other jobs in co-working spaces around the world available, so don't be shy. Coworkies.com, go find a job in a co-working, a co-living, or hospitality-driven business. And we will be back again very soon with another live. If you are a co-working brand, co-living brand, hospitality brand watching this, and also wanting to join me on a stage here and wanting to share some of your jobs, please don't be shy and connect with us. We would love to host you on Coworkies Jobs Gazette Live. That's it for me. See you later, guys. Bye.